A dog chain was fastened around Grace's neck. The other end was tethered to a heavy iron wheel. This was to prevent her from escaping. She tried to pull the iron wheel, but she couldn't move an inch. The townspeople all around her laughed at her. Finally, mustering every ounce of strength, Grace staggered out of the crowd. From that day on, Grace endured the man's torment daily, all because of a wanted poster bearing her face. It made her a slave here. The townspeople believed they were protecting Grace. This was the price she owed them. Treating a fugitive this way made them seem righteous. There was a man named Tom. He always pretended to comfort Grace, promising he'd help her escape. But in truth, he could do nothing. He was just playing the good guy. He agreed to give Grace travel money to help her flee this hell. The next day, Grace found David, the fruit hauler. He was the first person here to bully her, though she was utterly reluctant. Grace had no choice, because only David had access to the outside world. She paid him $10 for the ride, crawled into his truck, thinking she was finally saved. But halfway there, the truck suddenly stopped. David climbed into the cab, told Grace they'd run into cops on the road. She'd have to pay another $10 to keep going. Grace didn't have a penny left. David suggested with a sinister grin she could compensate him another way. For her freedom, Grace gritted her teeth and endured. After an unknown stretch of time, the car finally stopped. When David pulled back the tarp covering the vehicle, Grace collapsed in utter despair. He had dragged her back to Dogville. Facing the familiar faces before her, Grace felt utterly hopeless. David immediately turned on her. He told everyone Grace had $10 Danto the truck herself. Tom also stepped forward to falsely accuse Grace, claiming she'd stolen his money. To prevent her from escaping again, the residents of Dogville slipped the iron chain back around Grace's neck. For her, the real nightmare had only just begun.